India holds an advantage the rest of the world envies. We have the largest youth population on the planet, a demographic engine capable of driving global progress for decades. But instead of channeling that energy, the current system often buries it. Thousands of identical exam papers pile up every day, representing a generation stalled by an archaic, high-pressure machine. Millions of families now treat education as a high-stakes financial gamble, straining household budgets and mental health just to stay in the race. Raw demographic numbers mean very little when the human capital is depreciated by chronic anxiety rather than elevated by actual learning. These entrance exams, JEE, MEET, CUET, function as incredibly narrow bottlenecks. They are designed to filter out as many people as possible as quickly as possible. The atmosphere at these centers is one of intense scrutiny. We treat 18-year-olds like security risks, at the very moment they are trying to prove their worth to the state. Outside the gates, the anxiety is collective. Parents and students wait for hours, caught in a system that defines their future through a few hours of high-stakes testing. Even for those who pass, the structure is rigid. Students are funneled into academic silos, science, commerce, or arts. Once a 16-year-old is in a pipe, the doors lock. This rewards early, uninformed decisions over actual talent. It processes unique individuals into standardized mechanical gears, optimized to score marks rather than solve problems. This architecture forces students to prioritize survival within a narrow pipeline, often leaving their actual strengths entirely unexplored. We have to consider whether our schools should produce degree holders or citizens equipped to question and advance society. A 21st century economy moves too fast for these 20th century's linear pipelines. They lack the flexibility required for rapid technological shifts. The solution is to dissolve these pipes and replace them with a broad foundation that supports every student equally before they specialize. A shared, flexible base is the only way to build a workforce that can navigate a career that might change 5 times in 40 years. This starts with a reform at the post-12th grade level. Before picking a career, every student would complete a mandatory 1 to 2 year baseline curriculum. This baseline focuses on universal academic literacy. Everyone studies advanced language, mathematics, and the fundamental sciences. We then add essential survival skills for the modern world: the law of the land, personal and macro finance, and emerging technologies. Establishing this shared platform removes the existential dread of picking a lifelong career at such a young age. If a student discovers a new interest later on, this foundation makes shifting paths a structural possibility instead of a catastrophic failure. Real academic freedom comes from having the foundational tools to change your mind safely. This new architecture produces the multidisciplinary mind, someone capable of connecting insights across different fields of study. This creates doctors who understand healthcare economics or engineers who can apply historical context to urban planning. When paired with transparent admissions and fair fees, this model helps remove the economic barriers that currently stop talented students from even trying. True innovation happens at the intersection of different disciplines. It's where the most complex societal problems find their solutions. Translating this massive youth demographic into an adaptable workforce would make India a formidable competitor in global science and industry. The urgent window to activate this demographic is narrowing. Every year of delay represents another generation processed through an outdated model. If we continue to use a broken system when a better structure is possible, we miss our greatest opportunity for progress. The trajectory of a developed India depends on our willingness to remodel these foundational structures today.